pollution. I'm tired of cleaning up your mess room. All this pollution. The system has failed you. Ain't it time to bail out? The system has failed me too. I think it's time to sail south. And it makes no difference which way you're going. It makes no difference which way you're from. It's always hanging round your neck, go. It's like a heavy weight. It's waiting to take you slowly. Asphyxiate. I can barely breathe. Oh. Smoking, oh, the token, the pass around the joint. I'm tired of all your filibuster tactics, hey man, get down to the point. Ain't the system failed you? Ain't you locked in your cage? The system has failed me too. Maybe it's living my wage. It makes no difference which way you're going. It makes no difference which way you're from. It's always hanging round your neck, go. It's like a heavy weight. It's waiting to take you slowly. Asphyxiate. I can barely breathe. Whoa. A little cynical, I betray and smile. I'm getting older, I'm getting senile. A little cynical, I betray and smile. I'm getting older, I'm getting senile. A little cynical, I betray and smile. I'm getting older, I'm getting senile. A little cynical, I betray and smile. I'm getting older, I'm getting senile. A little cynical, this betray and smile. I'm getting older, a little senile. Sometimes cynical watches betray and smile. And it makes no difference which way you're going. And it makes no difference which way you're from. It's always hanging around your neck, go. It's like a heavy weight. It's waiting to take you slowly. Asphyxiate. I can barely breathe. Whoa, whoa.
Well, that's
Some rock and roll guys too. He's told us some stories, man. Make it to town, you should get up there and talk to.
I definitely will make note of that because I love just looking through music stores. I'm not musically inclined by any means, but it's still
Right on.
fun to just meet people, hear stories, talk about the scene, whatever.
Absolutely.
So while recording, I always think it's funny that some people are very, what's the word, like, I guess, particular about, like, okay, we just got to fix this one little tiny thing. Like, come on, just do it. And, like, you have to almost literally pry them away from recording. Are you anything like that?
Sometimes, I'll be in there and I'll just play it over and over and over until it's exactly right or exactly how I like. It's at least a good 98, 99%, of what I want it to be. I really, I like going into the studio. Some people hate it, because it is a lot of work. It is, but I enjoy it.
So, your bandmates, have y'all known each other a while, or did y'all just meet up in a bar, or just and it was fate?
Well, I knew Pat before I even knew he was a musician, and he hung out with a friend of mine who had a little studio that people would go and practice at. And so we became friends from there. And then years later, he and another friend of his got together and were playing. And they decided, or he decided he wanted to come and give me a try. And we got together and we tried out a guitar player that didn't work out. We ended up getting a keyboard player, a guy named Nathan Vinson. He plays with a band called Drawing a Blank here in Angelo, and another band called the Vinson Brothers, he and his brother and other guy. But yeah, so since we got, I think it's been a year since we picked up Nate, and we just been chugging along,
And it's always so great because you've got, I think there's 4 of y'all total, right?
Sir.
So 4 artists who are able to take one thing that they've all had an idea about and bring it to fruition into a beautiful song. A lot of times people will butt heads about it and they're just like, no, I don't like the way you're doing this or whatever. But whenever you're able to actually sit there, write, and love what each other do, or call each other on your bullshit, sometimes that's just real recognizes real, you know what I mean? That's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, we get into some like artistic differences, and we usually try to work it out, as best we can to sort of mutual benefit, mutual satisfaction, I should say. And so usually we eventually work it out. It's difficult to keep people together, especially like now whenever there's no gigs, so what's the point? Kind of feeling, we got this album, like I said, going to be coming up, so we're getting together, we're putting some more material together, we're writing songs, and hopefully before we know it, it'll be ready to go.
And I know it sucks that all the gigs are gone, but I've seen just one band off the top of the head, Goldfinger. They've gotten on like Zoom or whatever it is that people have been using and make little music videos from their own homes, which I could not imagine how complicated and how much work goes into that. But
yeah.
I thought those were really cool to keep people a little entertained, cheer them up or whatever,
Yes, we've done a couple of live streams ourselves. So we did one that we set up ourselves. It was just I put my phone up in a corner, and then we just went to town and played a set of music, and try to bring people's spirits up a little bit in this time. And then another one, Gary from Nautilus Studios had contacted me and said, "Hey, I want to do a live stream. Did on this." We went and did one from his studio. That was pretty fun.
That's awesome. I saw, I want to say it was in Odessa. They were doing a live stream at their bar with different bands or rap artists or what have you, and also interviewing, which I thought was an amazing idea. If I had a venue, I would want to do that,
Yeah, absolutely.
But
that sounds like a lot of fun.
I don't know if you've seen on Facebook or whatever about like some website was saying that, I guess it was before the 50% capacity and things started lightening up a little bit more, that they were going to start having concerts via like you sit in your car and watch. Like,
oh yeah,
I thought
I've heard about this.
Interesting.
Heard about it. Heard about it, but I haven't seen anyone here yet. It is definitely an interesting concept, sort of like the drive-in movie theater, where you just tune your radio into the station or whatever it is.
See, that's what I thought it would be like, but I would want to hear the music, not, I don't know, the live experiences. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's nothing like being with your fellow man, all commiserating, and just enjoying themselves and being alive,
And
So-
I thought it was really funny. Someone had posted that talking about like if they did a metal concert like that, say, "Oh, I guess the mosh pit would be like a demolition derby."
That would be funny. That would be funny to see. Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad that all this is letting up, and I don't know if y'all have any shows planned, but as soon as y'all do, let us know, and we will try to make it out there. And I've been wanting to take my gear and everything, but like I said, with all the restrictions, I don't know how, like, if they'll let me get in the green room and record stuff, because that's not necessarily 6 feet apart. And technically, I kind of think this whole coronavirus thing is a bunch of bullcrap that's not actually real. It's just I'm not going to get into politics because we could go on all day. But yeah. So let us know for sure, and I would love to make it out because I've heard good things about San Angelo, or even if you go to Big Spring, wherever. I mean, I live in Snyder. We're pretty much an hour and a half away from everything around here,
Yeah, we actually do have something coming up. There's going to be a free concert here at the River Stage featuring tons of bands from here in San Angelo and little surrounding communities and stuff. So I think it's August 1st, but I'm not sure yet. As soon as I know, I'll let you know. That way you guys can come out and check it out.
That's awesome, man. And I was just randomly thinking about this, but did you have any bands like before this? You said you play bass and then play drums in this.
I did, yeah.
But just out of curiosity, how many have you been in?
I've personally been in like 5 or 6 different bands. It's just I started off with a guy named Brad Lanier and his self-named band, Brad Lanier. And I played with a band called Midnight Activity. Friends of mine played in a band called Tabula Rasa, where it was just all Pink Floyd covers and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. I love Floyd.
Yeah. I played in a band with a bunch of older guys called Just Thursday. They're still together. I think it was just it was hard to keep schedules in order, so I just kind of played with a band called Partners in Crime. That was a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And they broke, fortunately, but I eventually, when I found these guys, I was just really kind of feeling like I wanted to do something, not just a bunch of covers, and then that's what most of these bands were all playing, was just covers. Many of them, I didn't really care that much for, so I was like, I want to play music that's my own, or that's original, that, we can really sort of put our stamp on, that's not, restricted by, just playing it how it's, they played it. And even if we do play covers or something, it's in our own style.
Yeah, and that's a lot cooler. I guess the easy way is get a group of guys and play songs people know, because immediately people are going to love you because they're like, yeah, I love that song, and it's nice to hear it live. But it's a big step away from that, writing your own original music, because then you have
Absolutely,
people criticizing you personally.
Yeah, that's always the thing you kind of have to accept. There's people that you can please and people that you're not going to please. I know we've played venues where they loved us, absolutely loved us, and then we played venues where they just could not stand us.